So I just wanted to address this video real quick of my family and I helping this young boy across the river the other day. Most of the comments are really positive, but some of them are really negative, and some girl made a video making some wild claims about us, so I just wanted to address a few things. First of all, when we were first paddling down the river, all we could hear was their voices. Sound travels really easy on water, so we could only hear voices. We could not see them. We couldn't hear exactly what they were saying. As we got closer, I could kind of make out what they were saying more. I could tell it was more serious than I first thought, but I still didn't understand what was going on. As we got close enough, I noticed that the voices sounded like teenagers, and then once we could see them, that's when I noticed the entire situation unfolding. He first said that he couldn't swim and that they gave him a life jacket, but when I saw him, the life jacket was really small. Water, I'm on the water all the time. Water is so unforgiving, it can turn deadly in a split second. There was a current that day, there was wind, and he said he couldn't swim well. That was a recipe for disaster, so I knew right then and there I wasn't going to leave him to just cross on his own. So like I said before, I didn't understand what was going on. They were laughing, they were bantering back and forth, they were talking crap to each other. I didn't know what was happening, but then they also seemed like they knew each other, they were friends. So I was so confused, but I helped him across. He got the back of our board. Paddle boards are hard to get on if you're in like waist deep water. They're kind of hard to get up on. So he just hung to the back of the board. We got him straight across the river. And then as we were dropping him off, he was like talking crap to his friends and sticking up for himself. So my husband was laughing, like good for him. He was sticking up for himself. Anyway, this whole situation was such a learning moment for not only my family, but for that boy and the friends, and obviously God wanted the internet to see it too, because this was a huge learning moment. I know for myself and my kids and my husband. Absolutely unreal. Anyway, Marquise has gotten home safe and sound. He has checked in. Everything's okay. Hopefully this was a learning lesson for him and an eye-opener as to who he keeps his company. One thing I do want to point out that I noticed about all the negative comments and like the people dissecting this and saying it's not good enough or we should have done more, most of them are actually the same color as me, so that's kind of weird to notice. You would think that everyone would be happy that a life was saved, so.
We said that word, because I'm glad you could hear that from a mile away.
It's like, ah!
No, that was, imagine if the thing was freaking...
You have to go.
I'm just trying to get over there. We taught him how to swim. Oh, so I can just like hold on to the back of the
Right here if you want.
Yeah, I might drown.
You won't drown.
You won't drown. You're not going to drown. I promise you won't drown.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Huh?
Hey. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Marquise. But everybody calls me Remark because I go to like Denellen.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was okay getting over here. And they think I'm about to swim back. I can't even swim.
Good job right now.
Probably not holding this. And it's my first time here.
It's your
First time? Well, welcome.
Yeah.
How'd you get over here?
Yeah, what
They made me
happened?
take that way over there and they had 2 life jackets on. I'm never coming back with y'all.
We told you if you were coming, we had a life jacket.
A life jacket. This ain't even for a big kid, this for a little kid.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm never coming back with y'all.
I don't know what to say.
Fuck, his friends are
I wonder how old he was.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Christine and thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are going to talk about a story that has left many people asking difficult questions about trust, responsibility, and whether every young person is being treated with the same level of care when their safety is on the line. According to the teen's account, what was supposed to be an enjoyable day on the water turned into a terrifying experience. He has said that before entering the lake, he repeatedly told those around him that he could not swim. Despite that warning, he says he ended up wearing a life jacket that did not properly fit him. At some point, he found himself struggling in water while others moved ahead, leaving him fighting to stay afloat. Fortunately, another family nearby noticed that something was wrong. Instead of assuming everything was fine, they acted quickly. They intervened, helped bring the teen to safety, and prevented what could have become an unimaginable tragedy. That rescue is one reason this story has received so much attention. People are asking what might have happened if nobody had stepped in. A few more minutes in the water could have changed everything. As news of the incident spread, reactions poured in from every direction. Many people expressed relief that the teenager survived. Others questioned how someone who openly admitted they couldn't swim could end up in such a dangerous position in the first place. Some discussions have also centered on race, because the people involved came from different racial backgrounds. Many online have wondered whether race played a role in the decisions that were made. Regardless of what investigators ultimately conclude, there is one point almost everyone can agree on. Water safety is not something to take lightly. If someone says they cannot swim, that warning should never be ignored. If a life jacket doesn't fit correctly, it should be replaced immediately. And if someone begins struggling in the water, every second counts. Stories like this resonate because they touch on something universal. Most people have trusted friends to look out for them. Trust is a powerful thing. When that trust is shaken, whether intentionally or through poor judgment, it leaves people asking how the situation could have been handled differently. Many people connect incidents like this to broader discussions about inclusion, fairness, and whether everyone receives equal concern in moments of danger. At the center of all of this is a teenager who says he experienced one of the most frightening moments of his life. This incident reminds us that safety should always come before pride, assumptions, or misunderstandings. Whether you are spending time with family, friends, or strangers, everyone deserves to know that if they are in danger, someone will help them. That's what makes this story worth discussing, not simply because it has gone viral, but because it raises questions about responsibility, compassion, and how people respond when another person's life may be at risk. With that being said, let's dive into today's episode, then I'll be right back with more commentaries.
There's a lot of white people who struggle with understanding that humanity is the bare minimum of life. Racism and cruelty shouldn't be a culture, and white people have rallied around that so much that it has become their sole identity. They have grown community off of racism. They have grown love for each other off of racism. But the fact that people are highlighting, oh, white people did something nice for a black person should already tell you that typically this is not a thing that happens. And they're highlighting this while also eliminating the fact that a black person was in an all-white space and literally almost lost his life. And the same people could care less and acted like it was another Tuesday, while taunting him and calling him a monkey, even though they were the ones that exhibited the animalistic behavior. And we have seen time and time again that black people entered white spaces believing that these people shared the same sentiment as them, in which they should have. And ultimately, their safety as a black person was absolutely jeopardized, and many times even resulting in their life being lost. And people have a hard time understanding. Individually, yes, there are many white people who advocate for black people, who support black people, who are friends with black people. There are many, even during times of slavery. But as a collective conscious, it has been a culture of violence, racism, and torment. Two things can be true at the same exact time.
Kind of contradicting when you say y'all aren't safe with white people, yet a white family helped him. I think evil comes in all shades. I would have helped him and even told him to stick with me and blah, blah, blah.
Haley, Kaylee, Haley, I understand why you offended, girl. I get it. Y'all always offended when we point out the obvious. The obvious being that black people have never been fully safe as the only token black motherfucker in a room full of white people. Like, hello, history much? Present day much? I've heard countless stories of us being found literally papowed. A black man was papowed going on a camping trip with his white friends in a cabin. A black woman was found unalived in the backyard at a sleepover, and she was the only black woman there. And they claim she jumped off the second floor balcony, which does not even make any sense, because who's gonna go to a sleepover, take pictures, have a great time, and then commit suicide? The math just don't math. And on top of that, like I was saying, at the end of the day, we've never been fully safe just in this country walking around as black people. We get followed in stores. We get harassed. People are constantly trying to over-police us. They think that white people think they have authority over us. We've seen a million Karen videos. You literally listened to my video to respond, and you didn't actually listen to what I was saying. I said not all of you all are like that, because I do believe that there are pockets of white people that are cool as fuck, that are not an imminent danger to you. However, as a collective, we know what it is. There is a lot of inherent bias, anti-blackness, and just flat out racism in your community, Haley. Now, if you are a hit dog hollering, then I suggest that you check yourself, because at the end of the day, maybe you are one of the good whites. Maybe you are. I literally made it a point to say, shouts out to that lady. I gave her flowers. The fact that you needed to sit up here and say, oh, it's a contradiction. It's not a contradiction. Multiple things can be true at the same time, darling. Muhammad Ali said, if 1,000 or 10,000 snakes is at your door and 100 of them are not venomous, are you going to open the door and let the snakes in? Are you going to take that chance? No. That wouldn't be wise. You have to be cautious. Black people have to be cautious, on guard, and always use discernment when it comes to other groups of people, not even just white people, but other groups of people outside of ourselves, even amongst each other, but so a million times more when we are in situations with other people that are not predominantly us. Historically and in modern times, it has not been safe. That's it. Of course, there's, bad people in every group. I never said that there wasn't. But when it comes to black people and what our relationship has been with white people, it has not been good. It hasn't. So if that hurts your feelings, then it is what it is. Spread Vista, Brooklyn Way. Girl.
Do not let your child be the only, and I don't care what it is, the only black girl, the only black boy, the only this, the only that in a friend group. Because there's a video I posted in my repost of this boy. He can't swim. He's out there paddleboarding with his friends. They've left him. He's saying, I can't swim. They're like, well, monkey, swim for it. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, monkey, 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 monkey. And these are the people that he thinks are his friends. These are the people that he thinks are really in community with him. And I know we have to teach our children who to befriend, who not to befriend. But I just feel like that's that kind of situation. And I will never put mine in a situation where he's the only anything in any friend group in any neighborhood.
Welcome back. It isn't only because someone nearly drowned. Incidents happen every day. What makes this one different is that it has become a symbol of larger conversations about trust, accountability, and how quickly ordinary situations can become life-threatening. If the teen's account is accurate, he did what many safety experts recommend. He spoke up. He admitted he couldn't swim. Asking for help isn't weakness. It can save lives. When someone tells you they are uncomfortable or unable to do something safely, that warning deserves to be taken seriously. One of the biggest lessons here is that responsibility doesn't end once everyone gets into the water. Friends have a duty to watch out for one another. A simple head count, checking whether everyone is okay, or noticing someone struggling can make the difference between life and death. The actions of the family that reportedly stepped in also deserve recognition. They didn't ignore what they saw. They responded. Whether they knew the teenager or did not matter. They saw someone in danger and acted. Something heroism isn't about dramatic speeches. It's about making the decision to help when every second matters. It's understandable why people bring their own experiences into stories like this. Past experiences can shape how individuals interpret current events. If investigations determine that mistakes were made, those responsible should be held accountable. If the evidence shows something different, that should be also acknowledged. Justice depends on facts. Beyond the public debate, this story should encourage families to have practical conversations about water safety. Children and teenagers should never feel embarrassed to say they can't swim. Parents should make sure life jackets fit correctly. Friends should never pressure someone into activities that make them feel unsafe. It's easy to think accidents only happen to other people until they happen to someone you know. That's why preparation matters, listening matters, looking out for each other matters. This story also reminds us of the value of ordinary compassion. We often hear about conflict and division, but moments when people step forward to save a stranger deserve attention too. Those actions show that even in threatening situations, people can choose courage over indifference. In the end, the most important outcome is that a young person survived. That alone is something to be grateful for. His experience may encourage others to speak up about their own fears, remind families to take water safety seriously, and inspire more people to pay attention when someone appears to be in trouble. Hopefully, whatever the final findings reveal, everyone involved can learn from what happened. Safety should always come first. Listening to people when they tell you they need help should never be optional, and no one should ever feel abandoned during a moment when their life may depend on those around them. Thank you for watching. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this incident teaches us more about personal responsibility, water safety, or the importance of looking out for one another? Don't forget to subscribe, share and like the video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.